From South Carolina is the item from the year 1968. The headline is just Pin Platter by Mrs. Mary A. Hebert. 9 years ago, the sport of bowling was a thing of the past to the people residing in the city of Sumter and the surrounding communities. Some of you may recall that prior to World War II, the only bowling lanes in Sumter were located in the 100 block of North Main Street and offered duck pins instead of the 10 pins used today. It was commonly known that duck pin bowling required a special talent. However, my experience was far from talented. It was comical. You didn't have to worry about bowling shoes, the correct finger grip, or weight of the bowling ball. You just selected a ball from the racks, clutched it like an oversized softball, stepped up to the lanes, and chunked it at the pins that seemed only 3 inches high, and in many instances, you were not too sure which lane the ball would land on after releasing it. Duck pin bowling went out of style in Sumter during World War II, as new lanes were installed in the building then and now occupied by Boyle Motor Company on North Main Street. Bowling was on a much larger scale. You had to wear special shoes, the balls were heavier, and the best thing of all was to watch the pin boys reset the pins and scramble out of the way before the next ball was thrown. Come to think of it, strikes and spares came a little easier than they do today, especially if you gave the pin boy a soda or a small token of your appreciation. Women bowlers with averages of 140 to 150 were considered superb bowlers, and the spectators marveled at their 3-step approach to the lanes instead of the well-known 4 or 5 steps used by women today. A short time after the war, 10-pin bowling enthusiasts were again without lanes as new cars were being built and shipped to their respective dealers. A few of us returned to duck pins, but the game of bowling was not the same. And as we sadly packed up our bowling balls and shoes, and we realized that the family sport of bowling was over for an indefinite time. In 1959, it was rumored that Sumter would once again have a new bowling lane with 10 pins. The rumor became a reality, and in January 1960, the public was invited to attend the grand opening of the Gamecock lanes located on Broad Street. Bowling shoes and balls were taken out of storage. The shoes seemed a little bit tighter, and the bowling balls felt much heavier, but maybe it was because most of us were a little bit older. Previous women bowlers were busily contacting their friends in hopes of forming a bowling league, and in February 1960, the first women's handicapped bowling league was formed at the Gamecock Lanes and was sanctioned as the Ladies Commercial Bowling League. This league, with some of its original members, is still bowling on Thursday nights. 5 original members have never missed a league year of bowling. The number of women bowling leagues has increased, and as of this season, there are 7 handicapped, 2 scratch, and several couple leagues that women bowlers participate in. Additionally, there are 374 members in the Sumter Women's Bowling Association. As you can see, the number of women bowlers has increased from approximately 50 to well over 300 in the past 8 years. Bowling is still a sport for everyone, the young, the old, the handicapped, and most important, the family as a group. The personal benefits derived and the friendships created through the sport of bowling can never be replaced or forgotten.